Well, guys, I just ended that other video a couple minutes ago. I took that other one. It was 2:45 Eastern. It's only 2:47 Eastern now, and I want to show you. I haven't scrubbed this at all since I sprayed that stuff after I got the water level down from the bucket flushing. So I'm just gonna real quick. And the only reason why I'm really even using the scrubber is to try to minimize how much of the work stuff I'm gonna need on this really heavy buildup. So I'm just gonna scrub it really quick, and that should get the old stuff off that the works has already kind of activated, like reacted with. I do have like a little scraper on the end of this scrubbing brush for dealing with the sediment that builds up. Now, part of the reason why this upstairs toilet is so bad is because I just never, this is not just 2 years of buildup. I never really committed the full resources, I don't think, to this situation. It's always kind of struggled a little bit because I would use the Lime-A-Way in here, and it didn't get the job done, basically. Okay. So rather than doing this over the course of hours, I just want to kind of see how much progress I can make in just a few short minutes. Okay. So it's foaming, it's activating with all that hard sediment, reacting, whatever. And this stuff does just kind of dissolve it away, which is exactly what the employee at the Dollar General had told me where I bought this stuff. Okay, I just bought this at the Dollar General in Omer. And so whether or not I'm gonna go buy some more is undetermined, because this may actually be my last bottle, because I hadn't even really opened this toilet to look at it. Like, I knew the bathtub wasn't that bad, but I remember just briefly opening the toilet when I got back into town, and then seeing like, okay, that looks kind of like a dead animal. I shut the toilet, I turned the water off because I couldn't get this to hold hardly any water at all. The tank was only holding, it just wasn't really holding water. So I just shut the water off, and it just kept the toilet closed this whole time. Okay, so I didn't really realize just how bad it was. I mean, I knew it was bad, but I feel like I underestimated it. And then I wasn't expecting to be using this stuff in my upper tanks. Okay, and then I actually put, to try to dissolve the sediment in that tank downstairs. Okay, some backseat driver was telling me, oh, just do it like this. But no, the problem is that the seal for the drain doesn't actually go all the way to the bottom of the tank. So there's water that sits in there. So I wasn't really expecting to be using, I used a whole bottle to try to dissolve that sediment, because if I get the shop vac out, try to get that out, then I have to clean the shop vac, and it's just, I'm exhausted. I don't feel like doing that. Sounds like a gross job. This is already gross enough as it is without having to clean out a shop vac. So I showed you guys those flakes of how thick the sediment was on some part of the tub downstairs, especially the faucet from the hard water. And because this stuff is dissolving so fast, it might be hard for you to fathom that this is actually really, really thick sediment buildup. Okay, and then also iron stained sediment buildup is why it looks so nasty. So, I took that other video, 2:45 Eastern. It was just dissolving this stuff so quick. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this on camera with you guys, because the whole point of this situation is to just try to show you guys how well this stuff works. Okay, and again, it's like, I don't like to use chemicals often, but when I do use them, I want them to work, like, all the way. Okay, so part of the reason why I'm going ahead and doing this now is to get this toilet usable again for when my family's in town. I'm not exactly sure when that's going to be happening, hopefully in the not terribly distant future. And then again, I do have the internal parts for that if I need to replace them. I want to get a sink set up, the sink that was in the bathroom. I mean, you can see they had picked up this pedestal sink. They got a lot of things secondhand off of like Craigslist. but they put the drain super tall, so it has to get cut back down and moved back down, etc., etc. I'm not sure if I'm going to put the pedestal sink that was in the garage in there or not, or whether I'm going to buy one, because I'm actually thinking about getting one of these little, it's something that I looked at when I looked at things for my kitchen sink, and it's like a stainless steel sink with a faucet and everything that comes with it oftentimes on a little metal stand that you just hook into the drain, all this stuff, and it has a nice deep tub. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something like that, so that if I need to like soak anything or like do anything, or like if I want to clean stuff, I don't really know. I might just stick this thing in there, cut that down, stick it in here. I don't know. But at some point, I would like this to be a fully functional bathroom. You know, I had a lot of deferred purchases. You know, this house is a 2.5 bath at this point after all the stuff that the previous people did to it. And, well, I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't want to spend tons of time scrubbing in here, because while I'm in here, I'm like huffing fumes too, okay? So, some of this sediment may be even older and more stuck on. But let's see, I've been spraying some stuff here. I'm not super worried about getting these upper tanks fancy. I just want them to not have too much stuff accumulated in them. I want them to be like cleanish, you know, pretty clean. Because the thing is when you have the rust bacteria and stuff in the tanks or in the water heater, it starts getting a little bit of this like swampy smell to it. Like almost like my bog, you know. But anyways, this is gonna take a little bit more. I'm gonna have to run out and get some more of this stuff. If any of you live in the Rifle River region and you go to the Omer Dollar General and you're like, why the heck don't they have the works left? It's because I'm the bitch that bought it all. Okay, so until they restock, maybe go someplace else. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this off and just kind of keep at it. But I wanted to do that part on camera for you guys so you can see that this stuff actually works pretty well, because that sediment buildup was really thick. Okay, and I have used Lime Away in this toilet before. It just wasn't getting the job done. Granted, it's been years since I used the Lime Away in this toilet. But this toilet was pretty disgusting when I bought this place, so it's always been disgusting. This I maybe cleaned it real good once, like early on, and it just used tons of stuff. So besides sitting here, you know, is a lot of accumulation. I have super hard water. Is part of why I really needed to get that water softener, not just so that my dishwasher could function and that I could have a dishwasher, but also so that I didn't destroy my washing machine that I got, because I got a really nice front load washing machine because I intend to have it for, you know, like a decade or more. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna maybe run to the store and get more of the work stuff. So the reason why some of these videos, even though it's like, you know, not quite 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now, are going to be loading so late, because some of my videos, because my internet gets nerfed, are going to take forever to load, and I'm kind of trying to upload them in order-ish. Not the one about the glutathione insufficiency with the chemicals, but some of these videos probably aren't going to be getting loaded until quite a bit later in the night, so I will check back in on some of this stuff a little later. I'm probably not going to run onto the store right this minute. I'm going to actually make myself a smoothie and get out of these chemicals, get some fresh air for a while. Take it easy.